we were wrong about Ousama Ranking, and you most likely are too. If you didn't give it the classic 3-episode watch before you formulated your opinion, then you're definitely wrong.
You are made of stupid.
At first, Alan and I were like the rest of you guys probably watching this video. There's no way in hell an anime with this kind of art and character design is that good. Boy, were we wrong. But not just any type of wrong. We were wrong as fuck.
Failure is your destiny.
If you don't know what Ousama Ranking's about, it's a story that follows Boji, a prince born cursed to be abnormally small.
That's kind of small. Yikes.
Weak, and deaf. Because of this, he has a hard time communicating with others verbally, and he lives in the shadow of his father, King Boss, one of the greatest kings in their time. So if you ever thought your life was bad, imagine being in Boji's shoes. Anyway, most people in the kingdom ridicule him for being an idiot, but Boji is actually highly intelligent, kind, and empathetic towards others. One day, Boji is outside doing Boji things and runs into Kage, an orphan thief whose race was thought to be extinct. He demands to close off Boji's back, and to his surprise, Boji just hands them over. This goes on for a couple of days until suddenly, King Boss dies. After his death, Boji was to be made the new king. But his stepmother, Hilling, rejects Boss's will and declares her own son, Prince Daida, to be made king. Now, I know what you're thinking. How the f did this big ass dude have a kid with her? And to that, we say, it's better not to ask these type of questions and just go with the flow. Anyway, after getting snubbed, Boji and Kage go on a journey to become stronger and eventually return back to be crowned king. At the time of recording this video, the anime hasn't finished yet, but from what we've seen so far, all we can say is, damn, this shit's good. When's the next episode? If you're still on the edge deciding on whether you want to watch it or not based off the summary, don't worry, we would feel the same way as you guys. But trust us when we say that you need to give this anime a chance. You would think that this anime doesn't even have the type of excitement or action that you're looking for, but you'd be surprised at what actually happens. People die, and they don't come back by some bullshit miracle. People's limbs and extremities get cut and torn off, and the audience see all those things happen. There's even NTR. Okay, I lied, there's no NTR, but there is betrayal, and that kind of feels like NTR, I think. One thing about the anime though, is that they don't give you a whole lot of information to work with, and they keep things a secret until it's time to reveal what's been going on this whole time. This is a good thing, and they do this really well. It makes analyzing characters feel super rewarding and rewatching enjoyable as you can finally understand some of the actions the characters take. For example, at first you hate Boji's mom. At least I know I did. She was mean, and when I say mean, she was a She basically told Boji that he wasn't shit and he shouldn't be king. He should just do other things that are better suited for deaf people. But then they show flashbacks of why she's like this and how hard she actually tries to communicate and understand Boji. The anime really has you by the nose, leading you around, giving you only tidbits of information, and then finally, they show you their real thoughts and reasons for their actions. And as it turns out, these characters are doing what they think is best for others and not only themselves. Which studio and the author/writer really had us in the first half? Initially, I thought she was gonna be one of those stepmothers that try everything in their power to screw over their stepchild so that their real child could take over the throne, kinda like in Cinderella. We were wrong about that one too, and it's pretty refreshing to be wrong about anime once in a while, and Ousama Ranking is proof of that.
I don't know about you guys, but it feels like it's been a while since we had an anime with a good story, and Ousama Ranking is just that. A good story with great characters and even better music. Without spoiling the story too much, there's so many twists and turns, you don't even know who to root for anymore. Except for Boji. You always root for Boji. Like we mentioned earlier, Boji faced a lot of obstacles in his way, but that doesn't stop him from wanting to pursue his passions. In fact, having those setbacks made him even stronger and gave him the courage to overcome judgment from others and push forward in life. Honestly, Boji's mental is pretty strong considering what he's been through, and we should all strive to have his level of mental fortitude. I'm not judging anybody that does, but I have never cried to any anime before. I once watched Violet Evergarden and I Wanna Eat Your Pancreas both on the same weekend and still didn't cry. Although, both anime were really good and I highly recommend them. Trust me, I've tackled the 4 horsemen of sad anime and did not shed a tear. But something about a boy that can't hear, speak, or even get buff made my eyes sweat a little bit. One of the good things that Ousama Ranking does is keep secrets from the viewer. They give the audience just a taste of what the person is like, but they don't fully disclose how or why they do certain things, and it leaves us thinking, why?
Why are you gay?
They make us form an opinion on a character in the X amount of time we see them, and once we have the preconceived notion of these characters in our head, they pull the rug from under our feet and expose us for the 3 IQ idiots that we really are. Honestly, it feels good to be exposed by an anime for being an idiot once in a while. It really makes you think more carefully about forming opinions on characters until you get more information about them, instead of just labeling them because of one action. Which I think can be applied to the people not watching the anime as well. But it's kind of a paradox because to correct your ignorance, you have to watch the anime. But to even realize you were ignorant in the first place, you had to have watched the anime. Yeah, the future of anime is doomed. The voice acting in this anime is absolutely stupendous, just like in all the other anime we talk about. I know we already talked a lot about healing, but let's take a look into her voice because my god, did she do a good job convincing people that she doesn't care for Boji at all. She really had me convinced Boji was like a piece of trash to her. But in the end, it turns out she's just a typical tsundere that can't show too many emotions to others. Isn't that sweet? Personally, she went from a 2 out of 10 side character to an 8 out of 10 MILF. Moving on to another character, we have to take a look at Daida's voice and his voice actor, Kajiyuki. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with voice actors, Kajiyuki is super famous in the anime industry and has voiced hundreds of characters. Most notably for Shoto Todoroki from My Hero Academia, Nishikata from Takagi-san, and Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. Now, speaking of Attack on Titan, Kajiyuki really brought Eren Yeager out for us early when the final season of Attack on Titan Part 2 was still 3 months away. If you close your eyes and listen to this clip, would you think this is from Attack on Titan or some random anime that looks like the artwork was done by 10-year-olds? You thought this guy was Daida? Nah fam, that's Eren. If you listen carefully, you can hear an Attack on Titan opening.
Ousama Ranking is similar to Mushoku Tensei in regards to side characters. What do I mean by that? Well, the side characters you think don't mean to the plot or the main character actually have an impact on a narrative and are part of the bigger picture. They have a specific purpose in the world and aren't convenient plot points for the main character to destroy in 2 minutes to farm experience. Side characters are multi-layered and can't be described in a single sentence, let alone a single word. It's important to listen to your gut and follow your instincts most of the time. But there are times when you have to take a leap of faith and trust what the internet has to say. The anime was so good that it even got nominated as 2021 Anime of the Year on the Crunchyroll Awards, so you know it has to be at least somewhat decent. That does it for us today, so until next time, peace.